Hey Jimbo, how's it going? It's Andrew, the occupational therapist, and I just wanted to say, man, I'm really sorry about your fishing shoulder. I'm a fisherman myself, and I get super bummed out when I can't get outside and do the activities that I love. So we're gonna do a few things to help get you back out to that secret pond of yours as quickly as you can and to help you out when you get back into bus driving. First thing we need to talk about though, Jimbo, is your posture. Your posture's horrible. And I think you recognize this when you're sitting all slumped in your bus all day. But we really got to start thinking about where your shoulders are at, where your head is at, and just your overall bodily alignment. So when you're sitting there in your bus, driving along, smoking your butts, I want you to think about keeping your head back, your chin back, your shoulders back, and your scapula, what we call the scapula, retracted and around. So this is going to help open up your chest, and you should be able to grab the bus wheel just fine, have a cigarette, no problem, blowing it out the window, and start to make some of these turns. First thing we want to do though is work on that core strength. So let me show you an exercise that you can do at home to help with your core strength. Call this bridging. Now bridging is really good for your glutes, and since you're sitting all day, your glutes need a little bit of activation as well as your core. Be careful when you're getting on the ground because of your shoulder. Slowly lower yourself down. Once you're onto the ground, you can get your feet at about this kind of an angle. Here is what we're going for, Jimbo. You want to be in a comfortable position and then press up. Just like this, you're creating a bridge. And I want you to do this at least 15 times. And when you get your back onto the ground, I want you to reset your pelvis. I want you to have your back flat. And once you make this good position, I want you to press up. Same thing every time. Back flat, press up. Once you've gone ahead and done those exercises, let's start with 3 rounds of 15 until you build up for it. We want to start to release your subscapularis muscle. This is the one you're having problems with. So while you're laying on the ground, go ahead and bring your arm up. And if you get right into your armpit here, you can start to feel this muscle. This is called the subscapularis. This is the muscle that you've hurt. And so I want you to get in there, start to feel spots that are sore or tender. And when you locate one, just hold it, just press on it. I want you to breathe and hold that for about 20 seconds or so. You can also do some slight rotation if it's not painful while you're pressing on those trigger points. This is an active release. And continue to work your thumb around into your armpit area. Be careful getting up, rolling onto your side. And then when you're in your bus driving and you're at the stoplight, you can also do this seated. Just be careful though, because internal rotation can be a little painful. But you can go ahead across your shoulder, feel that same area in your armpit here, and start to feel those trigger points and let them release. So now that we've covered a little bit of core exercise, a way for you to release that subscapularis, I want you to start to do a few exercises. The first exercise I want you to do are what we call pendulums. So you can go ahead, you can use a table, a chair, whatever works best for you. Go ahead and lean over and let your arm dangle. You're just going to make small 8-inch circles. And when you can start going in a clockwise direction, or you can go in a counterclockwise direction. But I want you to do this pendulum for at least 30 seconds. After you've gone through your 30 seconds, go ahead and take a break, kind of shrug out your shoulders a little bit, and then I want you to repeat that exercise again. I want you to do this at least 3 times a day. So more better. You can't hurt yourself by doing this exercise. The next thing I want to talk about is isometric exercises. So go ahead and find a wall at your house, Jim. And we want to look at different planes of movement in your body. This is external rotation if I'm pushing against the wall. So I want you to do this in all 4 planes of movement. So we're going to do external rotation first. I want you to just hold against the wall for 10 to 15 seconds, pressing against it and releasing. Same thing, press against and release. That's for our external rotation. We want to balance it out with the area that's hurting you the most. For internal rotation, you can come over to the adjacent side of the wall and press against it. This is our isometric activity for internal rotation. You can also do this for flexion. I want you to work in this plane as well, and go ahead and press against the wall. Same thing, hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds and then relax. And then for extension as well, go ahead and press into the wall, hold it for that same period of time, 10, 15 seconds, and relax. Now Jim, I want you to be able to do these exercises, the isometric ones that I've showed you. Let's start with twice a day. I want you to do 3 repetitions, so once in the morning, once in the evening, and I think a combination of the core strength and the subscapular trigger point release with the pendulum exercises and the isometrics, we're going to get you back on that pond, casting and catching those big, beautiful rainbow as soon as possible. We'll catch you later. Good luck fishing.